Am I the asshole for wanting to break up with him for being a good dad? So I, 30F, broke up with my boyfriend, 32M, of 3 years, and I'm still trying to figure out if I'm just sensitive or if it really was messed up. I guess I need to just get it off my chest. It all kinda blew up on Father's Day. We weren't even fighting or anything. He was with his kids, which that's expected, and I spent the day with my dad. Nothing weird about that. But in the middle of the day, out of nowhere, he sends me a text saying, "I'll always put my kids before you," just like that. No context. Just that. And I stared at it for like 5 minutes trying to figure out what I missed. Like, yeah. Obviously. Was that ever in question? I didn't even reply because I was genuinely confused. I told my dad about it and he was like, "Did you guys have a fight or something?" And I'm like, "Not that I know of." So next day, I ask him about it. Like, "Hey, that message yesterday, where did that come from?" And he just shrugs and says, "You need to know your place," legit, those words. I was like, and asked if something happened, if one of the kids said something about me, if I did something wrong, if I crossed a line. And he just kept repeating the same thing. Like, "You need to understand the hierarchy," and "You've always known the deal," no specifics. Just this weird passive-aggressive energy. And look, I've always known he was a dad first. That was never an issue for me. I respected his schedule, I never tried to insert myself where I wasn't welcome. I thought I did a good job navigating it. So it was just so strange to be told something like that out of nowhere, like I was being warned or something. Almost like he wanted to pick a fight. I let it go for a bit, but it kept bugging me. I brought it up again later and he got annoyed. Said I was being petty and jealous and that I was insecure. I asked if he was cheating or something, and that's when he really snapped. Called me crazy, paranoid, insecure, bitter, all the classics. And like, I didn't even accuse him. I just asked. Because it's been feeling off lately. And this whole thing just confirmed that I wasn't imagining it. I don't even know what the hell I did wrong. I thought we were good. I loved his kids. I went to their little recitals, their birthdays, helped pick out gifts for their mom when they didn't know what to do. I cared. And suddenly I'm being told to know my place? I've never felt so small. So yeah. After that whole know your place convo, I kind of emotionally checked out for a bit. I didn't want to break up right away, I just wanted to understand what the hell was happening. Like where this sudden energy shift came from. I tried one more time to talk about it. I asked him if something triggered this, like did I cross a boundary? Did I overstep with the kids? Did I say something? Because if I did, tell me, I'll fix it. I'm not trying to be in competition with your kids. I never was. He just sighed really hard like I was annoying him and goes, "You knew what this was from the start." Bro, what? What was this then? Because I thought we were building something. We were talking about moving in together. I thought we were solid. I thought I was part of his future. Then he said something that really hit me wrong. He goes, "You women always want to come second and act like you're first." I was like, excuse me? I didn't even know how to respond to that. You women? TF? I told him that sounded super disrespectful and he laughed like I was being dramatic. Said I needed to stop thinking I'm the exception and that I'll never be more important than his kids, and if I didn't like that I should leave. I was like, damn, okay. I mean, I get that. Your kids are your priority. They should be. But this isn't about that anymore. This was about how he was talking to me. Like I was disposable. Like I was intruding on something. And maybe the dumbest part of me still wanted him to just take it back. Say it came out wrong. Clarify. But nope. He doubled down again. Said I'm insecure, that I clearly can't handle being with a dad, and maybe I should stick to single guys with no responsibilities. Deadass said that. So I told him we were done. No yelling. No drama. Just said I'm not gonna beg for space in someone's life who clearly doesn't want me in it. He literally goes, "Figured. I knew you couldn't handle it," like I just proved his point. Like damn. Not even a single, "I'll miss you," or "let's talk," just cold. And the worst part? I do miss someone. But it's not even him. It's the kids. So yeah. I left. I blocked him. Didn't text, didn't call. Just, done. But it's been a few days now and I swear to God, the silence is the loudest thing in the world. Not because I miss him, I mean yeah, there's some of that, but mostly because I keep catching myself thinking about the kids. Like, stupid little things. I saw a Spider-Man toy at the store and immediately thought, oh he'd love that, then realized I'm not part of their life anymore. I won't be there for the next birthday or graduation or just random Tuesday pizza nights. It's just gone. Like I never existed. I don't think people talk enough about what it feels like to break up with someone who has kids. Like yeah, we weren't married, and they're not my kids, but I loved them. I made them lunches. I taught the youngest how to tie his damn shoes. I sat through that awful school play with a migraine and still cheered like a lunatic. That wasn't fake. And now it's just cut off. Like a limb got severed. I did something kinda stupid. I texted his ex, not anything dramatic. Just a quick message saying I'm not around anymore, thanks for trusting me with the boys, and that I hope everything stays good for them. No shade. No drama. She saw it and never replied. Which I guess is fair. Or maybe he got to her first. Or maybe it was just awkward. I don't know. I'm not gonna chase that. But it hurt. I spent so much time trying to do this right. I never tried to be their mom or anything, just someone safe. Someone kind. And now it's like none of it mattered. No goodbye. No closure. I feel like I got fired from a job I loved and no one told me why. People keep saying, you'll find someone else, or, at least you got out before it got worse, and like yeah, okay, but it still sucks. It doesn't feel like a win. It feels like I wasted years on someone who didn't even have the decency to be honest about what he wanted. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe he never wanted me long term. Maybe I was a placeholder. Maybe he just liked that I made his life easier, showed up, played stepmom, didn't cause waves. Maybe the second I started asking questions, that role expired. I don't even know if I'm mad or just tired. Been thinking a lot about all the stuff I ignored. Like the little red flags that didn't seem like a big deal at the time but now feel so loud looking back. He never really introduced me to his people. Like yeah, I met the kids obviously, and the ex because co-parenting and all that, but outside of that? I couldn't even tell you who his close friends were. He never invited me to work stuff. Didn't post about me. Never even tagged me in photos unless the kids were in them too. I remember one time asking why he never brought me around more and he said, it's just easier to keep things separate, and I bought it. Told myself it made sense with the whole co-parenting thing. Told myself not to make it weird. Now I'm like, girl, no, you were compartmentalized as hell. And then there were the weird comments. Like the one time I brought up maybe moving in, and he joked, just don't expect to redecorate anything, the boys hate change. Cute on the surface. But he wasn't joking. He didn't want me to have any say in his space. Not even a toothbrush drawer. I should have seen that for what it was. There was also the way he talked about his ex, never bad, not directly. But like, backhanded compliments. She's a great mom, just not cut out for relationships, or, she means well, just gets emotional. I didn't catch it at first. But now I'm like, was that his thing? Does he just find women to slot into roles and then get mad when they want actual emotional connection? And I know I probably sound bitter, but I'm just really starting to realize I was bending backwards for someone who never even tried to meet me halfway. I was so busy trying to prove I was cool with him being a dad, with him being busy, with him putting his kids first. I never stopped to ask if he was doing anything to actually make space for me. And when I finally did ask, he flipped it on me. Made me feel like trash for even asking. Like I was some kind of evil stepmom trope for wanting to understand why he suddenly felt the need to assert that his kids came before me. Like I didn't already know that. It wasn't about the kids. It was about him. And I hate that it took me this long to admit that. So yeah. I dumped him. Blocked him. Didn't even wait for him to say anything else. Just done. I guess I wanted one last honest convo, one last shot to understand why he felt the need to say that stuff. Why he suddenly started talking to me like I was competition. I thought maybe he was scared, or overwhelmed, or something had happened with the kids that made him feel cornered. Something. Anything that made sense. But no, I got the same recycled line. You knew I was a dad when you got into this, like it was some kind of excuse to treat me like I was optional. And when I asked if he was cheating or talking to his ex again, he went off. Called me insecure, crazy, jealous, clingy. Said I was making stuff up for drama. Said I always had a problem with his kids, literally false, by the way. It was like he was just waiting for the excuse to push me out. So I left. And he said, knew you couldn't handle it. Stay away from dads next time. Like cool. Thanks for that. Appreciate the closure. I sat there for a minute just staring at my phone. Not even sad at first, just numb. And then it hit me like AF*King truck. Not because of him. Because of the kids. They didn't do anything wrong. They didn't ask for any of this. And now they're just gone. No more birthdays. No more school plays. No more random Tuesdays watching cartoons. I'm not even sure if they'll remember me in 5 years. Probably not. And that F** king breaks me. And yeah, I know it wasn't my family. But it felt like it. I showed up for them. I planned gifts. I did midnight homework crises. I sat in those little plastic school chairs for parent-teacher nights when he couldn't. And now I feel like a ghost in a house that doesn't exist anymore. I don't regret leaving. He made it clear I was never going to be anything more than his girlfriend who knows her place. I just hate that I lost more than just a boyfriend. No more dads for me. Not because I hate the idea, I honestly loved being around those kids. But because I never want to be in a situation again where I love people who can just be ripped away without warning. I know people say, you live and you learn, but honestly, this didn't feel like a lesson. It just F** king sucked. Thanks for reading if you made it this far. Ick what I'm supposed to feel right now. Just tired. And empty. And trying not to scroll through old pictures.